why overthinking is quietly destroying you and how Stoicism can set you free. All suffering begins in the mind, and so does all freedom. Have you ever felt like this? It's late at night, the room is silent, you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, but inside your head, it's chaos. You're replaying conversations from earlier today, or even years ago. You think about what you should have said, you imagine all the ways it could have gone differently. You fast forward into the future, building 1,000 scenarios, most of them filled with fear, failure, or regret. Your chest tightens. Your thoughts spiral. Your mind becomes your enemy. We don't recognize it because it feels normal. We say, I'm just being cautious. I'm preparing for the worst. I need to be sure before I act. But that caution slowly becomes fear. That fear becomes paralysis. And suddenly we're stuck. Not because the world stopped us, but because we stopped ourselves. Overthinking becomes a prison, one where the only jailer is your own mind. The Stoics never said life would be easy. They didn't believe in toxic positivity. They believed in facing reality with clarity and courage. Marcus Aurelius, philosopher and emperor, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find a strength. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond." Overthinking begins when we try to control what we cannot. And Stoicism teaches us that's a battle we'll always lose. You overthink because you want things to go right, because you're scared of failure, judgment, pain. You want to plan every outcome, avoid every mistake, and be liked by everyone. But life doesn't work like that. It never did. It never will. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca. You may not be able to stop overthinking overnight, but you can stop letting it run your life. How? The Stoics left behind practices, not just theories, simple, timeless, practical. Let's explore them. First, negative visualization. Sounds strange at first, but it's powerful. Instead of avoiding fear, the Stoics faced it. They practiced imagining the worst-case scenario, not to scare themselves, but to strip the fear of its power. If I fail, what's the worst that happens? If I lose, will I still be able to stand? Often, the answer is yes. And suddenly, what felt like a monster becomes manageable. This practice also teaches gratitude, because when you imagine losing something, you start appreciating having it. Second, the control chart. Take a blank sheet of paper, draw 2 columns. Things I can control, things I can't. Now list everything that's spinning in your mind. You'll notice most of it lands in the column you can't control. That realization, it's liberating. You no longer have to carry the weight of the world. You only need to carry what's truly yours. Your choices, your values, your reactions. Third, the Stoic pause. When your thoughts are racing, pause. Just pause. Take a breath. Step back from the noise inside your head. In that tiny space between stimulus and response lies your power. The Stoics believed that freedom begins in this space, that true strength is found not in controlling others, but in controlling yourself. Fourth, mindful journaling. You don't need to write essays, just spend 5 minutes each night writing down what's on your mind. Put your worries on paper, and they lose their grip on your soul. Patterns start to appear. You begin to see. I always think this way when I'm tired. This fear has shown up before, and I survived. Your journal becomes a mirror, and sometimes a map. You can't force people to like you. You can't predict the future. You can't undo the past, but you can. Be kind to yourself. Live with honesty and intention. Accept life as it is and move with it, not against it. You'll sleep better. You'll make decisions with more clarity. You'll stop fearing mistakes because you'll realize that's how we grow. And most importantly, you'll stop living only in your head and start living in the present. If you remember just one thing, let it be this: peace doesn't come from fixing everything around you. It comes from fixing the way you think about everything around you. If this message touched something in you, don't ignore it. Maybe this is your sign to start letting go, to stop overthinking your entire life away. Subscribe if you want more Stoic tools to ground you. Share this with someone who's been stuck in their own mind too long. Because sometimes one voice, one video, is all it takes to plant a new seed of peace. And maybe, just maybe, that seed starts growing in you today.